What's up, everybody? It's Matt from TDM Style here, and yes, back again so soon. You damn right we are. And today we are taking a look at the very closely second place winner of the last two polls. Today we've got the activated clay spray, what's it called? Ace of Swords from the Lockharts and Dauntless Grooming Tarot card. I said that wrong. We've got the Ace of Swords activated clay spray from Lockharts and Dauntless Grooming. So yeah, this one just came out recently. It's another addition to the Lockharts Tarot card series, which are all a bunch of collabs with different brewers. And so this one is, they're calling it an activated clay spray. Actually, it says right on the bottom of the thing, shake vigorously for 10 seconds to activate the clays before you use it. Now, as far as the specs on this, we've, got them, Lockharts always has them on the side of the label. So it says firm/texture, and we have a 4 out of 5 hold, 4 out of 5 volume, 4 out of 5 texture, and 0 out of 5 shine. I will just a note on the website though, it says strong hold, medium shine, and medium/low texture. So I don't know if that was just, they were like flip-flopped by accident or something. But yeah, in terms of packaging and pricing, this bad boy comes in this 8 ounce or 226 gram spray bottle with, of course, the Tarot labeling. Now the Tarot series labeling is just fucking awesome. Like, all the artwork is great. I love the colors on this. If you saw my last video, black and silver and white and purple together, great. I really like the art of the sword and everything. It reminds me of like a Magic card or something. I miss playing Magic, but it's too goddamn expensive. Anyway, now this guy will run you $22 US straight from the Lockharts website. Now the scent on this one, what are they calling it? Fearless Bold, featuring top notes of apples, bergamot, mandarin, neroli, peppercorn, and pineapple. So fruity, citrusy, sweet at the top. Middle notes of birch, blackcurrant, geranium, jasmine, lavender, rose, and coconut nectar. So a bit of woodsy floralness in there. And base notes of ambergris, galbanum, I don't know what that is, but it sounds neat. Oak moss, patchouli, sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla, and amber. That's a lot of notes. So now we gotta know, how does it smell? Don't do that at home, kids. So aside from getting it up my nose, it actually smells fucking tits! Now the scent on this is great. It definitely fucks me up. It's a perfect balance. It's a little fruity, a little floral, a little woody, a little cologne-y, but it's clean, it's not overpowering, and it smells fucking great. Now, quickly through the ingredients here, we have water-based, as you might expect. I mean, it's a spray. Hamamelis virginiana water, also known as witch hazel. That's a lot easier to say. We've got, of course, as you might expect, being an activated clay spray, we've got kaolin. Best boy kaolin in there, followed by second best boy bentonite. We also have magnesium sulfate, Dead Sea salt. Neat. Fragrance, PEG 40 hydrogenated castor oil, argan oil for a little bit of, smoothing hydration to cut through those clays, and then your standard preservatives. So yeah, let's get straight into demo footage. Now, it's funny because I had some people like in the comments of the polls already that are like saying like, that's gonna make your hair dry, don't use it. Like, well, I still have to, people still want to know. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is meant to be, I mean, obviously it's got clay in it, so it's meant to be, dry and texturizing, but as I mentioned from the ingredient list, there is argan oil in there as well. So we've got some things to hopefully balance that out so that it's not too drying. It does say in the directions, shake bottle vigorously until clays are fully emulsified, spray liberally onto damp hair, and allow the hair to either air dry or blow dry using high heat and style to your preference. So we're starting out with freshly cleaned hair that is damp here, and of course, as always, I started out with a base of a few spritzes of 25 spray, because this bitch coarse and wavy, and she needs some smoothing. So I always start with that regardless of what else I'm using. And then we're going in with 4 to 5 spritzes of the Ace of Swords. So don't forget to vigorously shake a bitch before you spray that in. Now, I did experiment with this a bit. A couple times I tried like 7 or 8 spritzes, which, spoiler alert, that was too many for me. So It's definitely something that you're gonna have to play around with based on your hair length and your own hair texture to see how much or how little you might need. But anyway, after spraying that in and combing it through to make sure it's all evenly distributed, all we have to do is blow dry a bitch. And so here we are with those results. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely very matte. We've got some big volume in. My hair feels extremely lightweight. And is it dry? Yeah, it's a little bit dry, but it does, like, my hair feels soft, and if I run my fingers through it, it doesn't feel like straw or tangly or anything. Like, it still feels nice. It definitely looks drier than it feels, if that makes any sense. Also, some people will probably notice Daddy's got blonde hair now. So as a result of 2 bleaching sections, like, my hair now is a little bit drier, as you might expect from the lightening process. But also, I don't know, I find like with just having blonde hair, the more matte a product is, it doesn't seem to have the same look as it does with like a darker or vibrant color. I feel like with this, my hair benefits more from a little bit of shine, so that probably adds a little bit to like why it looks a little drier than it feels. Anyway, in terms of the other specs, so we're saying 4 out of 5 hold. Maybe, it's hard to tell. I mean, it feels extremely lightweight, and if you shake your head around like a weirdo like this, it does have some movement to it, so it's certainly not going to be like setting your hair into, you know, a rock hard shape or anything like that. I feel like if I had done this when my hair was longer, I don't know that I would get a 4 out of 5 hold on that. With my hair this short, sure, because I don't really need that much hold. And once I've blow dried it, it kind of just stays there. So the hold for me, probably is a little bit less than what it says on here for me. If you have finer hair, maybe, I don't know. Volume 4 out of 5, big yes. I mean, the results speak for themselves. Texture 4 out of 5, I would, for me, well, and that's the thing. Like, it's hard to tell with this blonde hair if it just looks less textury because of the blondness or something. But for me, as it stands, with just how it ended up looking, that was a weird phrase. I don't really know. Words are just coming out of my mouth at this point. Yeah, I feel like the texture level is a little bit lower for me also. Maybe like a 2 or a 3 out of 5 instead of a 4. Shine 0 out of 5, obviously. Yeah, yep. And washout is, I mean, do we really have to talk about what? It's a spray. It comes out instantly when you hit it with water. It's not there's nothing to worry about there. So yeah, oh geez, almost hit my titty. So overall thoughts on the Ace of Swords activated clay spray. It's all right. I don't know if it's my favorite texture spray. I mean, I feel like this has been like the summer of texture sprays. There's been a lot and a lot of good ones. And this is pretty good. I love the scent. Don't get me wrong there. The scent fucks me up. Good time. Good time? Big time. You know? And yeah, I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. It gives you a bunch of volume. It gives you some texture, and it gives you some hold. Is it the best at any of those things? I don't really know. I mean, it's fine, but it is a little bit, as I mentioned, a little bit on the drier side for me, especially if I overuse it. So just be aware that if you are going to use this, it may take a couple of times of using it to find like the right amount for you. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it basically lives up to it. I can't talk today. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it pretty much lives up to its performance. And you get a shitload of product in there. So like $22 and like that thing's gonna last you a long time. So yeah, that wraps things. Oh geez, yeah, it landed like this and it hurt. Let's try that again. Better, 3rd time's the charm. Yeah. So that wraps things up for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please do stay tuned. I've got a lot of reviews in my queue now, like a lot. So if you haven't already, feel free to hit the subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all that upcoming content. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. And we'll see you at the next one.